That individual was identified as Claudio Neves Valente. He was a Brown student. He was a Portuguese national, and his last known address was in Miami, Florida. As far as we know, Steve, he acted alone.
Authorities say a dramatic discovery has shifted the course of the Brown University shooting investigation following days of unanswered questions and mounting pressure. Late Thursday, law enforcement confirmed that a man linked to the campus attack and a separate killing was located inside a storage facility in Salem, New Hampshire. Only after securing the scene did Providence police publicly identify the person of interest. Officials named him as Claudio Manuel Neves Valente, a 48-year-old former Brown University student, during a press conference in the United States. According to Brown University President Christina Paxson, Valente studied at the university from the autumn of 2000 to the spring of 2001. At the time, he was enrolled as a PhD student in physics. While at Brown, Valente had authorized access to the Barus and Holley engineering building, the same location where the shooting later unfolded during final exams this month. Paxson stressed that Valente has no current active affiliation with Brown University and has not been connected to the campus for more than 2 decades.
So Claudio Manuel Neves Valente was enrolled at Brown from the fall of 2000 to the spring of 2001. He was admitted to Brown's graduate school to study in the Master's of Science PhD program in physics, beginning on September 1st, 2000. And he took a leave of absence effective April 2001 before formally withdrawing effective July 31st, 2003. During his time at Brown, Neves Valente was enrolled only in physics classes. The majority of physics classes at Brown have always been held within the Barus and Holley classrooms and labs. So I think it's safe to assume that this man, when he was a student, spent a great deal of time in that building for classes and other activities as a PhD student in physics. He has no current active affiliation with the university or campus presence.
Police said Valente's last known address was in Miami. Investigators revealed he changed vehicle license plates between Florida and Maine, a move that complicated efforts to track him. Authorities also confirmed that Valente and the MIT professor killed in a separate attack were both from Portugal, a detail now central to the investigation.
I'm proud to be the chief of police of this city. I'm proud to be a product of this city for the reasons that the mayor stated. The community stepped up. It was all about groundwork, public assistance, interviews of individuals, and good old-fashioned policing. That is the type of police work that every police officer in this nation reminds themselves of, and that many do not understand. And that is critically important and often succeeds where technology alone cannot. We looked at financial records, we looked at video footages, and in the specific incident, it was actually a video that provided us with a description of a vehicle. That was corroborated through a tip that was received to the tip center. That room was packed with detectives, agents, receiving calls on a daily basis. We started early and left late. Then Flock and the LPR was able to provide us with this description of this vehicle. That vehicle was picked up by Flock, which led us to a car rental place in Massachusetts. Through that, the agents and their work as well were able to get us footage of this individual, as well as a copy of the agreement which provided his real name. The video of that subject matched the description of that person of interest that this police department was desperate to put handcuffs on. That individual was identified as Claudio Neves Valente, date of birth, and he was a 48-year-old man. He was a Brown student. He was a Portuguese national, and his last known address was in Miami, Florida. And I will tell you that he took his own life tonight. We have members of the Providence Police Department up in Salem, New Hampshire, and we also have the BCI unit. Obviously, the FBI and their evidence recovery unit is up there, so the process is being conducted as we speak.
Did Mr. Valente act alone, and is there an anti-Semitism component behind this, do you expect?
As far as we know, Steve, he acted alone.
And is there an anti-Semitism component to this?
No, that we know of, no.
In the days before Valente was found dead, police released images of a person believed to be in close proximity to their main suspect. Officials said the individual may have held information crucial to the case. Earlier, surveillance footage showed a masked figure walking across the Brown campus, possibly surveying the area before the attack, according to Providence Police Chief Oscar Perez. Public frustration grew as the investigation stretched on. Rhode Island Attorney General Peter Noronha told reporters he was confident the killer would be caught, saying it was only a matter of time.
We were with you less than, well, I guess now more than 24 hours ago. We had that picture of that second individual. And I would say within an hour, no more than two, I think it was under an hour, that person came forward to two Providence police officers over on the east side and said he had information, that he was that person and he had information that could help this case. And I remember last night watching his interview, and he blew this case right open. He blew it open. And that's how these cases sometimes go. You can feel like you're not making a lot of progress. You can feel like you're chasing leads and they don't work out. But the team keeps going because, you know, those of us with experience know that you're going to pull a lot of threads, and it's not always the first one that's going to get you where you need to go. But when you do crack it, you crack it. And that person led us to the car, which led us to the name, which led us to the photographs of that individual renting the car, which matched the clothing of our shooter here in Providence, that matched the satchel that we see here in Providence. He was found dead with a satchel, with two firearms, and evidence in the car that that matches exactly what we see at the scene here in Providence. Once we were able to identify him, you know, thanks to that individual who came forward, who led us to a plate, which led us to a rental car, which led us to that he rented that car in his own name. That really broke the case open. But in terms of why Brown, I think that is a mystery. I think there may be something going on in Massachusetts that I'm not fully familiar with because we're working this angle, but I think the Massachusetts authorities may be able to share that. Yeah, I don't think we have any idea why now or why Brown, why these students, why this classroom. That is really unknown to us. And it may become clear. I hope that it does, but it hasn't as of right now.
The FBI had offered a reward of 41.5 lakh for information leading to an arrest and conviction. The shooting at the Barus and Holley engineering building claimed the lives of two students, identified as sophomore Ella Cook from Alabama and freshman Muhammad Aziz Umurzokov, an Uzbek American. Officials say investigations are continuing to establish motive, movements, and final connections in one of the most disturbing campus attacks in recent years.